Am I the a-hole for not wanting my mom's boyfriend anywhere near my I'm really stuck in a weird and kind of gross situation right now. I'm 18 female, finishing up high school, and still living with my mom, 34 female. So a few months ago, my mom started dating this new guy who's 50. Okay, age gap weirdness aside, things got super awkward for me personally. About 3 months ago, my period started getting super bad. Like talking unusually heavy bleeding and major cramps and just a lot of pain that I've never dealt with before. Obviously, I was like, okay, time to see a gynecologist because I haven't been to one since I was 15 and this isn't something to mess around with. Also, it's time to get a routine pelvic exam anyway. I told my mom thinking she'd be supportive and help me make an appointment. We live in a pretty remote rural area right now. My high school has literally like 50 students and it's like an hour drive to the nearest urgent care even. Also, the insurance I'm on sucks and I need her to help me with the copay. But nope, the next day she's like, guess what? My boyfriend can do your checkup. Yeah, turns out he used to be a board certified gynecologist, but got his license yanked away a few years back. If that's not the reddest flag I've ever seen in my entire life, a dude gynecologist who got his license revoked. And why does she want him to do it? To save money on the copay, since our insurance kind of sucks, and to avoid driving 2 hours to see a doctor in town. Now, let me be clear. This guy gives me the major creeps. He's done stuff like not knocking before entering my room, making weird jokes that are definitely not okay, and just giving me those vibes that scream, stay away. So the thought of him being all up in my business for a pelvic exam? Hell no. When I said as much to my mom, explaining there's no way I'm letting her boyfriend anywhere near me like that, she lost it. She said I was being insulting, assuming the worst about her boyfriend, and that I had hurt his feelings by suggesting he couldn't be trusted. She said I was essentially implying he's a It ended with her saying I was grounded for even thinking he was some sort of creep. So here I am, feeling stuck and kind of violated by the mere situation and punished on top of that. Am I the a-hole for standing my ground and not wanting her boyfriend to do the exam? Did OP say where their original dad was in this post? Jesus Christ, man, that is terrifying. Literally easiest not the a-hole ever. Like, I think it's important to be comfortable with your gynecologist and for it also to not be somebody that knows you. That's weird, bro. Terrible, terrible mom. The fact that people with this low of an IQ can have children is mind-blowing to me. Gross. Are we not gonna dive into the reason of why this man got his license revoked? You don't just get your license revoked on accident. You get your license revoked for f***ing up. He could be the world's best doctor. It's still super f***ing gross of your mom to suggest it. Ew. That is pretty gross to be like, oh, hey, I know you be f***ing me, but look at my daughter's update. I got home from school today and my mom is waiting in the living room for me, sobbing. Her boyfriend, the creep, is standing right there next to her. For background, for the past 2 years, she's been a really religious, born-again Christian type. No boys, curfew, the whole 9 yards. I've never had a boyfriend. So in between sobs, she tells me the creep talked to her today and told her that based on my symptoms, heavy bleeding and period cramps, and my disrespectful behavior, he's sure that it's from having not even an STD, but from having intercourse that was so intense it injured my insides. Look, man, I'm sure there are so many good male gynecologists out there, but I just think it's so weird and not correct for a dude to be in a position to make judgments about a body part he doesn't even have. That might be so wrong for me to say, but like, why? I've literally never heard of this and I looked it up later and it's not even an effing thing. Meanwhile, the creep is standing there, mostly silent, nodding along with what my mom is saying. I tried to get a word in, but that's when the creep started on me, telling me, don't even bother denying it. I've been a gynecologist for over a decade. I know this when I see it. Yada, yada, yada. My mom then starts yelling at me like, how could you do this to me? And so on and so forth. She's convinced I've been going out and having with boys from school when I've literally just been seeing the 2 or 3 friends I have. So then they explain that they decided together some consequences for what I allegedly did, that I'm grounded. They're going to switch out my iPhone for a dumb phone so I can't use social media. I'm not allowed out to see my friends. And this is the crazy bit. The creep is going to perform a weekly purity test, invasive exam to make sure that I'm not actively having until they can trust me again. And the first one is gonna be this weekend. Holy shit. Man, we f***ing woo, bro. What? Dude, girl, get out. Like, go. Dude, I would much rather live on the street. Put me in a cardboard box. Get out. I'm totally lost here. Obviously, I'm not going through with this, but I have no money at all and nowhere I can stay even for one night. I'm leaning on making up some excuse to avoid the purity thing and to keep my smartphone until I can sort something out. Any other ideas are appreciated. Well, you call the cops. Also, the state medical board that already revoked his license, I'm sure they'll want to know he's practicing without a license. That's a good point. That might be the move, low-key. Holy shit. If you don't have an adult you can turn to, you can call or text a number to talk to somebody at the child help hotline or visit their website. People are there to help for free 24 hours a day. The website opens a pop-up telling you to call 911 if this is an emergency or your safety is at risk. I don't think I ever said it, but not the a-hole. If that wasn't implied, there it is.